This year's free agency is about to start, y'all. Sunday. That's when it all starts to go down. And there's a lot of things to talk about. First off, the Lakers opening up a max slot, so they are now capable of signing Kawhi, because the fact that Kawhi is willing to take a meeting with them. So that's pretty huge for them. And a lot of talk about where certain players are gonna go. So first things first, Kemba and Jimmy Butler. I think Jimmy should stay. Jimmy Butler should stay a Philadelphia 76er, because that team, honestly, was right there. They were right there. They were so close. And if it weren't for a game-winning buzzer beater, nobody knows what could have happened. Now, everybody will basically, looking at being hindsight 2020 and everything, will be like, oh, well, the Raptors probably would have found a way to probably win that game anyways. That's not how that works. Like KG once said, anything's possible. Anything is possible. Philadelphia could have won that series. You never know. So that immediately should be something that entices Jimmy to stay. Like, just that one play was the reason that they didn't make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. And that's huge. That's a big thing. So I think Jimmy really should stay in Philadelphia and grow with that team. Because they're ready. They really are ready. It's just there are some things that they need to get together. Like Ben Simmons' jump shot and Joel Embiid. His health is coming together, but he still has a few health issues. But yeah, Jimmy should stay. Kemba, the exact opposite. Kemba should leave. Kemba definitely should leave. And the reason why is extremely obvious. This team is going nowhere. Nowhere. This team has no direction. They have nothing that they're playing for. They're not trying to get a top pick. They're not trying to use their picks wisely, as they just drafted another power forward. Like, I live in North Carolina, so I kind of feel a little something for the Charlotte Hornets. But this is ridiculous. If I'm Kemba Walker, I'm out of there immediately. I'm done. I know it's fans and stuff, and like, I love it here, but dude, you need to start winning, like right now. Start winning, because you should be a winner, but you're not, because you've been stuck in this mediocrity mess for basically your entire career, because this team is incompetent. So yeah, if I'm Kemba Walker, I'm leaving. Where? Now, I wouldn't go to Boston. I won't even lie. I wouldn't go to Boston because it'll propel me into the same spot as Kyrie Irving. And a lot of people will be like, well, maybe he'll do better than Kyrie Irving. Well, Kyrie Irving has been second fiddle and wanted to be the man. Kemba Walker has been the man the entire time. Has been the man for a lot of his career. And, like, he never really had to share much of anything with his teammates. Now, it could work out for their good, and Kemba could probably be a better leader. Or it could work out badly, as Kemba now has to do a little bit more sharing, and he's kind of like out of his element. Not calling Kemba a ball hawk. He's not a ball hawk. But he's just more into going out there and going to work. The Lakers look pretty enticing to me, like, if I was Kemba. Because the Lakers need a point guard. And they need somebody, and they need a star player. And they'd be willing to give him the max. And they have a team and they can win. Yes, if they sign Kemba, they're gonna have no cap space, but they can sign some mid-level exceptions. They can sign some veteran minimums, and they'll be fine. They should be fine. But you gotta be smart with it. Honestly, I wouldn't even use that max money on a one player. I would use it on a few guys that really can contribute, but still, that's just their decisions. But yeah, but Kemba, it would be nice to see him leave the Hornets. I won't even lie. Just leave the Hornets. Leave the Hornets. Okay, Clay, I'm not even gonna I'm not gonna waste my time on this. He's staying in Golden State. Why would he leave? Why would he leave? There is literally no point in Klay Thompson leaving the Warriors. Don't make no sense. Kyrie Irving, he's leaving, of course, easy. Kyrie Irving is leaving and he's going to Brooklyn. If I were Kyrie Irving, I would immediately hightail it to Brooklyn, or I'd go to LA. I would hightail it to Brooklyn, or I'd be a Laker. To be frankly honest. If I want to try and be the man once again and give it another shot in a different area, I would go to Brooklyn. But if I'm comfortable with my sidekick role, I'm comfortable with that, and I feel like I may not be a leader, but I can be that somebody's road dog, I go back with LeBron. And people will give him backlash for it, they'll meme him for stuff, but if that's his role, if that's what he fits well in, it's what he fits well in. You can't even get mad at that. I'm giving a lot of stuff to LA right now, but it's true. LA really is a good destination for a lot of these guys. But Kevin Durant, you go where if Kyrie goes, you go on ahead and go to Brooklyn. Go to Brooklyn if Kyrie goes to Brooklyn. If Kyrie goes to Brooklyn and y'all agreed on going to Brooklyn, then go to Brooklyn. Do not go to New York. Look, I know that's kind of harsh to say, but New York is trying to fix themselves right now. They're trying to fix themselves. And honestly, New York should say, hang on, we got a little bit of something going here. We got RJ Barrett, who I think is going to be an excellent player. He's going to be a great player in the league. And we got Kevin Knox, who needs to get better, a lot better, but he can prove himself. We got Dennis Smith Jr., who could end up being a very solid player. You got some of the pieces. You got to put it together, though. I don't think that you need to start winning. Them Knicks fans just going to need to hold on just a little bit longer. If you do want to make moves, sign D'Lo or something. I don't know. I don't really know what to do with y'all. Kristaps easily is staying in Dallas. Why wouldn't he? But here comes the nitty-gritty one. Kawhi Leonard. If you're Kawhi, what do you do? Now, a lot of people will be like, "Oh, he should stay in Toronto, man. They have a nice, pretty solid team. They have they just won the championship. Why would he not stay in Toronto?" I'll tell you why. The reason why he shouldn't be in Toronto next year is because I think people are forgetting that if he signs with Toronto, it's more than likely going to be a 4-year freaking deal. And 4 years later, think about those players that are on the team. They're old as dirt. 4 years later, this team is not going to be the team that won the championship. At all. Kyle Lowry will not be the same dude 4 years later. Serge Ibaka, my guy, will not be the same dude 4 years later. Marc Gasol probably will be retired 4 years later. Danny Green, not the same dude 4 years later. Only person, and the few people that I can see really improving 4 years later is Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, and maybe OG Anunoby. That's it. That's all he has. And yeah, they could work those things out as they come, but that you could go to a more stable place now. You can go to a more stable place now. Now, I would go to LA, but in terms of which part, in terms of which team, I don't know. Because they both have considerable arguments. Like, the Clippers are well built. They have a few guys who are kind of old, but they also have plenty of guys who are young. And they've shown now that they are capable of creating a good team and developing their players in the proper way. And they got 2 max slots, which means he can team up with another player. And there are a lot of guys that I haven't even mentioned yet, like Vucevic and all those guys. Like Vucevic, D'Lo, sure, Kristaps. No, Kristaps is staying, but the point still stands. Like Tobias Harris, who was previously a Clipper, he could go back. Kawhi's got a lot to work with, and he'll be the man in LA. He probably would still be the man he would be the man on the Clippers, but he probably could still be the man on the Lakers. It would probably still be LeBron's team, because LeBron is just that kind of leadership dude. He's just that dude. Bron don't really fall behind people. He's the one who kind of takes charge. Doesn't mean he always performs the best every time, because he has his moments. But he's got to take charge. So he wouldn't be. So he might not be the man per se in on the Lakers, but he'd be playing with LeBron James and Anthony Davis and Kyle Kuzma. So you got 2 young guys who one is going to just continue to dominate as long as he stays healthy for the next long time in Anthony Davis, and one is a developing player who's really making great progress, and to be frankly honest, was making the best progress out of all the guys that the Lakers were really pushing for. Lonzo, Ingram, and Kuzma, he was really making the most progress. But the Lakers have a lot of leverage right now, and they really can do whatever the heck they want, because they're in a nice spot. They're really in the driver's seat, and they can kill this. They can kill it, or they can bomb it. This free agency is theirs for the taking, but they gotta take it. And they're gonna have to make some smart moves. If I were the Lakers, I would sign, and I could get whatever player I wanted, but cap space. In a perfect world, I would probably end up signing Kawhi, and then I would re-sign some of my role players from last year. Some of my role players like Rondo. I would probably end up bringing JaVale McGee back. I might bring back Tyson Chandler, because they still got Alex Caruso, which is a very nice job. and then I go after shooters immediately. Just immediately after that. Just go straight up after shooters. But the Clippers are also in a nice spot. Kevin Durant said that he's going to be willing to meet with them. So they can sign Kevin Durant and then possibly sign Kawhi. And then Kawhi might have to try and do his best with the team that he has. But that could be a pretty darn good job that he would do. Kawhi, and then the next year, Kevin Durant is back. So that would be very good for them to have. So yeah, this free agency is gonna be nice. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. And still haven't done anything to the wall. We're going to be doing something to the wall. Probably might not be posting anything over this week because I'm going to be in Oklahoma City. But if not, happy 4th of July in advance. And see y'all later.